Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing readings for whatever you need to know the most right now. So whenever you find this video, there's going to be 4 readings here that are for whatever you need to know the most right now. So whenever you find this. So we are using cards from the Pure Magic Oracle, and we are using the Younger Futhark because I haven't dragged those out in a while. So let's do the Younger Futhark today. Just, nice practical, hopefully, readings about what you need to know in your life at the time when you find these readings. So feel into the cards. One or more of these will have a message for you about exactly that, exactly what you need to hear. So at this point in time. So I will put the timestamps in the description, and I will see you at the readings. Bye. Hello, card number 1 people. Let's turn the cards and see what it is that you need to know to start with. So we have secret seances, spirit world messages, assistance, and memories. So definitely something to do with the messages that you're getting from whatever the spirit world is for you is definitely going to be in play right now. Yeah, and then maybe you haven't done this before. Like maybe this is something that's like an extra layer of things that you haven't done much with before. Which one is this? Okay. This is ear. It's the bow rune. However, there is also Madra, which is the humanity rune, and it looks like that. So to tell them apart on this particular set, I've put 2 dots on the ear at the bottom. So that's how I know that's ear. I'm going to lay down the entire reading, and let's see what we have for this. Yeah, sort of a new beginning for you. There's Madra, and to really get good. Because that looked like I wasn't sure if it was going to go down upright or not, but it's actually upright either way. Okay, I'm going to just lay out the entire reading, and then we'll go from there. I'm doing an extra line from what I was planning, but that's fine, because that sets the stage, and then we get a good long reading, which is good. Beautiful. Okay, so central issue for you, card number 1 people, is Bjarkan. Bjarkan is the rune of the birch tree. It's basically similar to Berkana, except it's really focused on new sprouts, like growth, like beginnings. Definitely, it's definitely like a new beginning kind of thing. But there's also a fake it till you make it kind of aspect. Not in a bad way. The poem basically refers to like those little organic lies that buy you luck. So it's kind of like not so much fake it until you make it, but just sort of like to play at being the thing until you are the thing. So because it's still part of you, but you may not be very confident in it. So sort of pretend that you're confident. So in terms of the secret seances, it's kind of like sort of feeling into this other world that maybe you haven't spent as much time with as you would like to. I mean, you're watching rune readings, so maybe you actually have quite a lot, but I think this is maybe just like maybe taking an extra step deeper into this, where you are connecting more to what you consider the spirit world, sort of tapping into more of what the messages are that may be coming through for you, and with a focus on assistance to you. I mean, it's like in the spirit of helping and health and good things, and also just to look back as well in terms of what you may remember in your life that you perhaps didn't put very much stock in before, but maybe was this kind of thing coming through. So central issue in the runes, we have, as I said, Bjarkan, which is a new beginning. It's new beginnings. It's sort of sprouting, sprouts, new growth, greenness coming up kind of thing. And also just sort of let's play with this until we're confident enough to sort of claim it. Leading up to this, we have ear. Ear's the rune of it's a Frey rune. It's an SFW if you look at it the right way, not the right way, but in a way. There's a way that you can look at this where it's absolutely an SFW, especially if you've seen the old statues of Frey, the fertility gods. So it is that. It is a bow. It's a bow, but there's also that connection to Frey, where it's not just shooting arrows ahead, but it's that reference to fertility and continuity in that way, where you're leaving a mark. So you've been thinking about that. You've been thinking about continuity, perhaps even just considering that you're you are interested in this case in getting messages from the spirit world. This may refer to ancestors. This may refer to lineage and continuity and perpetuity and that kind of thing. So you may be thinking about, like, how do I carry this forward? Maybe there are things that they can assist me with as I move forward in my life, where you're thinking about that moving forward. So carrying forward on the shoulders of kind of thing. Why is this looking like it's further up than it was? Okay, a little bit like that. Pretty. So what is going to help you as you are here is like, okay, well, let's start this then. We have Tyr's rune. Tyr, actually is Tyr in the Younger Futhark. Tyr, of course, is the warrior god, but he also has to do with taking care of duties, taking care of responsibilities, and courage and sacrifice. So maybe even working a little bit extra hard for where you are lacking. Of course, Tyr was the only one who took care of Fenrir because somebody had to. And when they were trying to trap him, he was the one who sacrificed his hand to the wolf to get them to trap him, which wasn't a good idea anyway. But anyway, 2020 hindsight, as far as the mythic future goes. So basically, we have just basically take care of what needs to be taken care of, do what needs to be done. Courage is very important. Definitely take courage. Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. Courage means you're afraid and you do it anyway. So it's about taking care of duties, taking care of responsibilities, being courageous. I don't see so much sacrifice in this, except in that you are sacrificing time that you would have been spending doing other things. But also just basically, be brave, make these connections, do what you need to do to help you start with this. What isn't going to help is you're really worried, and this sort of leads from this. I find a lot of times the first not helping rune is an extension of the leading up rune, which is really interesting. And it definitely is not only in terms of what it's about, but in terms of just being a mirror of it, which is really fascinating in this particular case, because, of course, Mater it's the same line formation as ear, except facing the other direction, and both of them are upright in this case, which is really fascinating. But anyway, that's beside the point. Mater is the rune of humanity, and in the Younger Futhark, it has to do with potential. Basically, the poem that goes with it is saying that, what are you going to do with your life? Are you going to be, a beautiful addition to an adventure boat, or are you going to be dust? Basically, because you have those are two of your options that you could totally do. You could spend your life and leave nothing but dust, or you could spend your life and bring something great into the world. And you're very concerned about this, and this leads from what you were thinking about before, is like, what can I carry forward? What is being carried forward? How am I continuing this line? So you're worried about that. I mean, it's a very positive rune in the negative spot. It's upright. It's the potential. So you're kind of like, what if I do this and it doesn't give something that's going to be like a big, medal on the world? It's like, but you don't have to worry about that. You really don't, because this is for you. It's not necessary to be, to have a victory parade for yourself in the streets. It's saying that, try not to worry about this. This is why you're taking care of things now, and you're doing your best. You're going to do the best you can, and you're making this new beginning to bring that extra level of richness into your life. So definitely, you are working on it, and you're doing what needs to be done, which is very important. And you're bringing in a little bit of courage that you maybe didn't think of doing before, and maybe you're sort of taking. And the sacrifice, as I said before, is going to be taking away from what you would have been doing otherwise to spend some time doing this, because this is something that is important to you, because it is going to bring a little more richness to your life, to your existence. And so if you're worried about this not being, you are already doing your best, but if you're worried that this isn't going to be best, then just remind yourself that you are doing this. You've begun this. You're taking care of the things that need to be taken care of. So all good. Your next step on the path line and the central pinning of the reading is Os. Os is the rune of the god and the sanctuary of the god. So it's similar to, it's sort of a combination of, in the Elder Futhark, Ansus and also Othala. So it's basically the god and the the home of the gods. So this is basically going to be an integration for you of, there's a little fly, of, you being more integrated as your whole self, and also finding sanctuary. I'm going to try to catch this fly. Finding sanctuary in that. What's going to help you is just be ready to accept the riches that are coming down the flow. We have Logr, which is the rune of the water, and the water has to do with the riches that it's full of, whether this is fish or actual like treasure that's flowing down from above. Being aware of this, and be careful from the treasure that flows from high above, because that could be a trick and a trap. But in general, just being aware of the riches in your life and accepting the flow of them as you move forward. What isn't going to help is we have Is, which is the rune of ice. This is in the Younger Futhark, has to do with solidity and a bridge. It's very positive, but it's also in the negative spot. So it's kind of worries about, first you're worried about, it's like, am I going to be the greatest that I can possibly be? And second, you're worried about, but does this cause a bridge for anything? Does this bring solidity to my life? It's like, does it matter? Because this is going to make you worry and stress. And what you're looking for is the flow of things, and to sort of integrate who you are more. Everything is fluid. So you're basically, if you start to worry about that, bring yourself back up to, this is ice, this is fluid. Right now we're doing the fluid thing, and we're getting that flow through. We're getting the riches coming through. And that's going to help me with establishing my sanctuary as a more whole version of myself, which is carrying forward the perpetuity and continuity that came before me. And we're starting this, and it's very exciting. Your next step is we have Naldora, which is the rune of need. Basically, take care of what needs to be taken care of, even if you need to take extra time to do this. What's going to help you with that is this is the soul. It's the sun. It's the vanquisher of darkness. And we have all the things that are helping ice. The ice is like solid, but we're letting ice flow again. We're sort of letting things that were stuck flow. So we have the flow, and then we have even more flow because of the sun coming in, and it's just bringing in beautiful gloriousness, and just sort of just be aware of this. Is that the more you do this, the more you connect with the riches that are flowing through, and the messages that are coming through, the more this is going to help you take care of the things that you need to take care of, even if you need to put things aside and sort of feel a bit of constraint while you actually take care of the things that need to be done. And this follows from Tyr as well, who always is about that. What isn't going to help is we have Ur. Ur is the rune of, it's not the ox in the Younger Futhark. It is drizzle and slag. So it's basically drizzle is something that wears you down, and slag, which is the excess that washes away. So I'm sort of seeing this more as the drizzle aspect of it. It's like, you're worried about, will I be the best? Will I be able to have that solidity? And also, if this is going to wear me down, try not to worry about that, because you've already got the solution. Always when I read, the upper line is the antidote to the lower line. So we've got Sol, which is the rune of the sun. Just see how the darkness is clearing, like in terms of like not being able to see darkness, and see how you're being warmed by this, you're being energized by this. I mean, that's a bit of a Silvilo call in, but things are flowing more the more you do this. So try not to worry about that, especially if you're worried about getting worn down by this. Just bring yourself back up to what is giving you the energy and the flow. And what this is all going to lead you to is total harvest. We have R, which is the harvest. This is abundance. This is the gift of Frey. And this is neat because both of these are Frey runes. So you're worried about it, but then you get the gift of it, which is the harvest. And so you're going to get what you set out to get from this, and you're going to feel in a great state of abundance. This is a good time for you, and it's all worth it. It'll totally be worth it. You'll have the fruits of your labors, so it's all going to be good. So that card number 1, people, is your reading of what you need to know right now. So I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 2, people. Welcome. So let's start with turning this card over from the Pure Magic Oracle. And we have Astral Travels, Possible Impossibility, Freedom, Traveler, Inner Dreams. So one of the things that's sort of on your mind lately is maybe you've been feeling kind of stuck and stagnant. Maybe you've been feeling like nothing new under the sun. Maybe you're just sort of like, maybe you feel you'd like to be doing more and experiencing more and consciously perceiving more. And this is sort of a way to do it, sort of to look into being active and running around, but inwardly. It's sort of like Avaz reversed. Avaz isn't in this Futhark that I'm using, but basically just sort of to do things that are going to be more freeing for you. Do things in realms in which that you are a little freer. You want to know, for me anyway, one of the easiest ways to get lucid in dreams. I'm not super into astral unless I actually, accidentally get there, or if some of the lucid dreams that I've done have ended up being astral. I really can't tell. However, mostly lucid dreaming is lots of fun, and one of the best ways to do it is if you wake up and then you go back to sleep. And very often, the dreams that you have after that, because now you've already taken care of all the dreams that are sort of housekeeping, because the first set of dreams that you have are the necessary ones that you're clearing your brain poop and you're filing the memories from the day into the deeper memories and things like that. So the first time you wake up, like when you wake up from that first set of housekeeping type dreams, then when you go back to sleep, you have a better chance of going lucid. So let's give you some ways that you can look for that. Things that happen that are just that you can test out. So look at clocks, look at writing again, because if you look at writing in the dream and you look at it again and it's different, that's probably you're dreaming, unless it's like a screen. So don't immediately try to fly if you've checked your iPad and then you look at it again and the screen has changed. But in terms of like a book, look at writing in a book, and if you look at the writing in a book a second time and it's not, it's different than, or if you're reading a sentence and then you try to read it again, then it's different. Okay, very likely. Look at a clock. If you see like crazy numbers, then it's probably that. One of the things that I love to test on that is if I start to suspect, if I start to see things that are like, okay, this is like a dream, let me try this. Try a hover. Lift your feet up. Just lift your feet up. If you can hover, this is not, your dream is going to make you feel like, oh, okay, well, yeah, but that's normal. No, it isn't. If you hover, you're dreaming. If you successfully are like hanging off the ground for like even a few seconds in a hover, you are dreaming. So try to remember that. So there's lots of ways you can test for things like that. Just, having fun consciously in dreams. There you go. So that was a little lucid dreaming message lesson. So let's get some runes down to clarify your message. Central issue is Sol. Sol's the sun, vanquisher of darkness. So it looks like things have been wearing you down. I'm sort of reading as I'm laying them down. I shouldn't do that because I should actually just lay out the whole reading first. That rune was in the same place, and this rune. Both of these runes were in the past read. Now, there aren't very many Younger Futhark runes, so it's more likely that you're going to get repeats in multiple readings. However, interestingly, that one was in the same place in the first read, so that was neat. Kind of neat. And that one, I think, was in that spot as well. I could be wrong. Doesn't matter. New reading, new meanings. So, so let's get the final rune in this spread. And it is good. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Interesting that that's there. So hopefully it'll be better than it looks at this point. So your central issue we have is Sol. Sol is the rune of the sun. In the Younger Futhark, this has to do with vanquisher of darkness, gloriousness, light, and also just freeing the flow of things. Basically, if something's sort of stuck and frozen, you want to free the flow of that. So that's sort of what we're looking at here. The reason I said you felt a bit worn down lately is that we have Ur. Ur is the rune of drizzle and slag. It is not the aurochs in the Younger Futhark. It is drizzle or it is slag. So we're basically looking. I'm sort of seeing more the drizzle in this case, where it's something that's just been wearing you down. It's just like emotions, life, things like that have been wearing you down. You feel like you want to get away in a way that you just sort of want to feel a little freer about things. So we're looking for, the light that comes in and vanquishes the darkness in terms of just like the dullness that being worn down. And we want to see, the freeing of the flow again. So freedom, definitely part of this. What is going to help you is we have Is. Is is ice. Ice is something strong and solid that provides a bridge over that. And considering this is drizzle and, this water that's icy water that's falling and wearing you down, this is ice, but it's like we want to have the water flowing, but we also want to have something solid to go by. So something solid over top of it that's going to help you get over it. And so it seems like it's not, but it is very... It seems contradictory, but it's not. Because what you're looking for is not only to have that flow freed, but also a way to... It's like you want the water to flow again, but you also need a boat because you don't want to sink into it again where it's wearing you down again. So you need something that's going to support you. Look to your guardians, guides, gods, goddesses, higher self, anything that you have like that. Have something that in the NOR, in the non-ordinary reality, in your imaginal realms that you can take with you, that you can have on you. If you're experiencing that kind of thing, like definitely have something that you can sort of pull out, that you can help you at these things, even if it's just something that's sort of like a mental thing, like just remembering that, if I suspect this is a dream, I'm going to try a hover. And if the hover works, then I know I'm dreaming, as normal as it feels in the dream. Just, something simple like that, where it's something solid that's going to be a bridge for you. What is not going to help is we have Madra. Madra is the rune of humanity and your part in it. Well, it's basically humanity and humanity's potential. It's similar to Manas, but it's really focused more on potentials. Like in your life, you can be, what are you going to leave, basically? Are you going to just leave dust, or are you going to leave something behind that is worthy? And I think you're a bit worried about that at this point, because things have been wearing you down. You haven't really had the energy to do the things that you want to do, and that's sort of really upsetting you. And the nice thing about when you are adventuring in dreams, especially once you've cleared the first set of dreams where those are just cleaning things up, you will have the energy. You'll be like, yeah, no, let's do stuff. So find that bridge, find that way. And, the bridge could even be like giving yourself enough sleep, and I know we don't always have that time. And I know we have like the revenge version of, there's a word in Japanese, and I forget what the word is, for staying up late as revenge for the time that you don't get to spend on your own things in the day. But maybe revenge can be getting a lot of sleep, especially if this is a potential. So any of these can provide a bridge. Your next step, we have pinning the whole thing is... actually, no, this was here before in the other reading. I'm sorry, I don't mean to compare readings. This is your reading. Pinning the entire thing is, in the next step on the path line is ear. Ear is the rune of the bow. It's one of Frey's runes. It does have a sort of fertility continuity kind of reference to it, but it's about shooting forward, sort of continuity, perpetuity, carrying forward, leaving your mark. And this is one of the things that you're going to be thinking about as you do this. It's like you're shooting forward into your life, this potential kind of thing. Like it's almost, especially like these are sort of mirroring each other. So you're worried about the potential. You're sort of shooting that forward. You're shooting something forward that's going to give you more potential in your life. What is going to help you is this is really, you're looking inward. You are beginning something inwardly. We have Bjarkan, which is the birch tree, which is beginnings and new sproutings and new green things growing. And also, I don't want to say fake it till you make it, because it's not like that. It's like, but pretending that you can do something pretending to be confident doing something that you can do until you're confident enough to do it to be able to claim it, kind of thing. So you're sort of looking inward and you're like, okay, let's try this. We're going to try this new beginning in our lives. This new beginning where we're actually paying more attention to our dreams. We're paying more attention to our inner lives, and this is going to help you shoot forward into your life to give yourself more richness in the future. What isn't going to help is it's out of your comfort zone. We have As, which is the rune of the god and the sanctuary of the god. So it's kind of like you're worried about the whole self of you, and you're sort of worried about, I'm going to say, just basically comfort. You're worried about your comfortable zone and the comfort zone of what you inhabit. And if you're expanding that, which you are doing, that becomes like you've discovered another room in your house and you're a little bit worried about it. And that's basically where this comes in, because you were having a new beginning in your inner life that's going to start to fill that. And that's very exciting. So if you're worried about that, bring yourself back up to, no, I'm actually doing this. I'm renovating. I'm bringing in a new room, and it's very exciting. Your next step on the path line, we have Tyr reversed. Tyr is Tyr's rune. Tyr is the warrior god, but he does have to do with courage and sometimes sacrifice and taking care of things that need to be done, duties and responsibilities. So it is reversed, which refers to inner. This whole reading is really about expanding your inner life, I think, and gaining freedom through that, because no matter what happens during the day, no matter how constrained you feel during the day, when you go to sleep and you have that inner life open up, or even if you lie down and go into a journey type of NOR setting where you're in non-ordinary reality and having fun with that, you have that. And so taking care of things within that is going to definitely help you. Make sure that you've got things taken care of, because the more dark corners that you can illuminate there, the richer it's going to be and the more free you're going to feel. So what's going to help you with that is we have Laguz. Laguz is the rune of the water. It's the water flow. In the Younger Futhark, it's very much about the water flow and the riches within the water. Of course, the water can refer to the subconscious. There's a lot of riches there, a lot. And so becoming more aware of the riches that you have access to because you are delving into the subconscious, this is very, very exciting, and this is going to help you take care of that, because we want to take care of what we love. And the more you explore that and the more you delve into that, delving into water, you're going to be more aware of those riches. What isn't going to help is we have Fae. Fae is the rune of wealth. It's the rune of gold. It's wealth that is contested. In the Younger Futhark, it's wealth that is contested. So you're it's almost like you're going to find things that you're going to be jealous of yourself, because I don't see this very much outer. You may also be looking around and going, you're sort of jealous of, one life is jealous of the other, like your waking life and your corporeal world life. Maybe you're going to start to feel jealous of your inner life. But, I mean, there's things in that inner life that you can start working on manifesting in your outer life. I mean, even if it's as simple as, like, you dream of something that has an aesthetic that you really like, and beautiful colors that you like, you can start bringing that into your outer life. Like, you can start surrounding yourself with that. Or if you dream of maybe a picture of a yellow bird, that you can make a picture of a yellow bird and put it up so you can see it in your outer life. So anything that you're making your outer life jealous about the riches that are flowing through, turn back to those riches, remind yourself that these are your riches, and that you can bring a lot of that through into your outer life and enrich that with this. It's very exciting. And your final rune in the spread is Kaun. Kaun is not Kaunas, it's Kaun. It's the rune of the ulcer or sore. So it's a bit more brutal in the Younger Futhark, but it is, it's definitely relevant. It's something that festers and grows. It reversed, it's inner. So reversed, it's a pain point inwardly, but the thing is, all of this path is going to help you deal with these things. Ultimately, all of this comes towards the reason that you're dealing with this. And what's interesting is look at the echoes on these two. You've got the which is wearing you down, and then this is like you're internalizing it in a way that you can deal with it, because all of this is going to help you deal with that. And at the very least, you've uprooted the wearing down part. It does become an inner pain point, but it's something that you can deal with by going through and having this new beginning happen, and also letting the flow of the riches help to show you where you can take care of things inwardly and take care of even your outerly. So that, card number 2, people, is your reading for whatever you need to know the most right now. So good luck with this. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 3, people. So let's start with turning this card and seeing the start of what you need to know the most right now. Snakeskin, information, secrets, body language, and senses. So I see this as allowing yourself to become more sensitive, sort of dropping what no longer serves you, which is coming between you and your sensitivity. And once you clear that clutter, once you clear that outer layer of clutter and that outer layer of dead extraness, you're going to be able to pick up more information. You're going to be able to sense more secrets. You're going to be able to sense it with your whole body. It's not just going to be one or two senses. It's going to be many of them. You're going to bring in, touch, taste, feel, as well as seeing and hearing. So it's definitely going to be a way that the world will be able to speak to you more clearly, because you will have gotten rid of the clutter that was in your way between you and your sensations of the world. Ooh, and this is a need, so definitely something that you need to take care of. Yeah, because the world has not been as rich for you as you would like it to be. I'm going to lay all these out and I'm going to read them. A lot of these have been very right down to the last second on my allotted time, which is flexible anyway, because I can just basically add more time. But these have been quite rich with the 3 steps and the bookends. So so let's get these down and get at it. There's Thurs. I haven't seen Thurs yet in these readings, so it's nice to see Thurs. There's not very many runes in the Younger Futhark, so we're going to see a lot of repeats, not necessarily in the same place or the same meaning, but central issue, we have Nauthiz, we have Naldr. Naldr is the rune of need. It's Nauthiz, basically. It's the rune of need. It's there's a little more leaning on the constraint aspect, where you're going to have to stop what you're doing that you would rather do so that you can take care of the need, but it is a need that you have to be aware of. And so the need right now is we need to become more sensitive to what's coming through to us, because right now we're only getting, it's like the window's dirty. You have to clean the window. So leading up to this, we have Fae reversed. Fae is the rune of wealth, but it's wealth that is contested. But I'm still seeing this as wealth in that it's reversed leading up. So you're not getting as much wealth coming in as far as the wealth of knowledge, wealth of information, wealth of sensation, richness. There's not as much richness coming in because there's a lot in the way. And so we're needing to drop some of that. We're needing to sort of rub some of that extra skin off so that our sensitive skin is revealed and we're shinier and prettier anyway. So we're coming up to, this is the need. This is the need. So what's going to help us? We have Ride. Ride is the riding rune, and the riding rune says that it's a blessing for the one who's carried, a bit of toil for the horse. So basically what this is saying, what's going to help you is you're going to have to do a little bit of work to carry yourself forward in a way that is going to be more of a blessing. So what's going to help you is just do it. You need to declutter. You're going to need to do some decluttering so that things become clearer for you. You're worried about the harvest. You're worried about, what isn't going to help is we have R, which is the rune of the harvest. You're a bit worried about the abundance of things, which is why you started doing this, because you've been feeling like, I don't have the riches that I want. I want the riches. The want in some ways is pushing it further away because the want is getting in the way. Just bring yourself back up to, it's like, I'm just going to not even worry about the want part of it. I'm just going to do what I know needs to be done. I'm going to carry myself this little way. It's going to be a bit of a slog because I've got to do it, but it's worth it. It's like cleaning the windows. Like, I can't see. It's awful. Everything looks dingy outside. Well, clean the window. Just do it. Don't sit around thinking, I have to clean the window. I want to clean the window, blah, 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 blah. Just do it. Just while you're saying that, do it. And carry yourself that little ways forward. And then you will be able to ride the rest of the way. It's like, this is the carrying is what's going to allow you to ride after. It's a little bit off center with the timing, but that's fine. This is both. So the central rune in this read, this is card number 3. I hope I said card number 3. Sometimes I get a little bit overexcited and I say whatever number. Anyway, we're good. What's pinning this reading is Ur reversed. Ur is the rune of drizzle and slag. Drizzle is sort of what wears you down, but it is reversed, and I'm sort of seeing more the slag aspect of just releasing what is no longer serving you, which is what you wanted to do to begin with, because this is the stage where you realize you have to do it, and this is the stage after you've done it. So you've let go of it, and now you have access to the extra information that's coming in. The slag has been released. You're pure. You're more pure now, and you're getting your senses are clearer, and you're getting extra messaging coming in, and it's very exciting. What's going to help you with that is just take in the riches. Take in the riches that are flowing to you now that you're clearer. We have Logr, which is the rune of the water. In the Younger Futhark, this is the water that flows, and it's the riches within it. So if it's a lake or if it's a river, it's the fish inside that's riches. It's the precious metals that's inside. It's maybe some treasure that got dropped and is flowing down to you. So take that in, just accept it. Like, just you're clearer now, so you can take in the riches. These are the riches that you were missing. What isn't going to help is you are still worried about that you're going to have to keep doing more work, because this was a bit tiring. You had to get in there and scrub, so to carry yourself to this point. So you're still feeling a bit like sore from doing that. We have Tyr, which is Tyr's rune. Tyr is the warrior god, but he does have to do with taking care of duties and responsibilities, being brave, being courageous, doing what needs to be done, a bit of sacrifice. And I'm really seeing the sacrifice more as time. It's like, I would rather have been doing this, but I took the time to do this. I sacrificed my time to clean the windows so that I could see more clearly, or just to get the snake skin off. And so you're a bit worried that you're going to have to keep doing that. You kind of are, but don't let that bother you, because remind yourself how much riches is coming, how many riches are coming through, how much beautiful flow is happening now that you're clearer. Your next step, we have Is, which is ice. This is solidity and a bridge. You now have you've built up something that you can actually stand on, which is really exciting. Like, the language and the messages that are coming in, the information that's coming in now are coming in so clearly that you're able to stand on it and feel that you're getting more. Like, you're able to stand up, you're getting it through your feet, like everything is coming in. And what's going to help you there is that it's a new beginning for you. This is like, it's like new you, but with new information coming in and new access to information, because you've cleared your clutter. And now it's like you can start to become somebody that's more of who you are than you ever were before, which is very exciting. What isn't helping you at this point is that it is worrying. It's a bit of a challenge, and this all comes from you're worried about what you have to show for things. You're worried about the work that you may have to do, and you're worried about the challenge that it might be. It might be something that's like this, if this is going to take all of my time, this is going to take so much of my time, it's going to be a challenge in my life. Or even just what you're getting is going to be a challenge, or even keeping your balance on the bridge is going to be a challenge. Maybe even the beginning is a challenge. Like, I don't want a new beginning. I don't want the challenge. But you're more than you were before, ironically, because you're less than you were before, because you're not carrying these cluttery things that are in the way of you and the messages that are coming through. One of the reads on Bjarkan it's the birch tree. One of the reads on Bjarkan is it's new things, it's sprouting, it's newness, but there is a message of the little lies that we tell ourselves to buy ourselves luck. And I don't see this as a bad thing. I see this more as it's to give yourself confidence. It's like things that you can do, but you're not confident in it yet, but you just pretend that you are until you are. So you're getting all this new information and you're feeling a lot clearer, you're feeling good. The riches are flowing through. So you're able to stand on this now, and this is going to help you to make this new beginning. And yes, there are going to be challenges, but you have these riches coming through, so it's much, much better for you. All this is going to lead you to a greater sense of sanctuary, a greater sense of comfort. Like, this was a comfort zone when you weren't when you were getting blocked from these messages, but now you're feeling more comfortable with all this information coming through. I mean, this is As. It's the rune of the god and the sanctuary of the god. In the Elder Futhark, this is basically, this is like a cross between Ansu's and Othala. So it's sort of a communication manifestation, the god, along with Othala, which is the home and the homeland. So it's sort of I think there's like an estuary read on this, and also the sheath of the sword kind of thing. So it's basically, you're a more integrated you now, and there's more to you now than there was before, because you're getting all this extra riches and messages in, and you're feeling more a little more powerful, a little more able to manifest, because you're clearer. And also this protects you. Like, the more you that you are, the more protected you are, because you're shining out you. So that card number 3, people, is your reading for the message you need to hear right now. So I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 4, people. Let's see what card number 4 has to say about what you need to know right now. We have Raising Winds, Magical Release, Calling, Intention, Stronghold. Okay, that's really neat. So it's definitely air element, air-related things. So it's communication, it's expression. It's also, there's a lot that has to do with flow and cleansing, and it's like awakening and reviving and revitalizing, and releasing the magic, calling, intention, stronghold. Okay, so let's get some runes down from the Younger Futhark and see what this, there you are, your riches. It's very nice. I'm going to lay all these down and I'm going to read them. There's Bjarkan. Bjarkan's been a help for many of these readings. It's been in the helping line. Nice. Logger has been with us in that spot for a number of these readings also. I mean, I know there's only 16 runes in the Younger Futhark, so we're going to see a lot of repeats. Oh, which one is this? This one is Ear Reversed, which is neat. I don't think we've seen Ear Reversed. No, we have. We've seen Ear Reversed this session. All right, what's our outcome? Our outcome is already in our hand, and it is R, so that's cool. Oh no, that's Nodder, so that's neat. Okay, it's not R. What am I saying? Your central issue for your reading is Fae. Fae is the rune of wealth. In the Younger Futhark, it is wealth that is contested. So it's like gold. It's like it's good. It'll tell you who your friends are and who of your friends are. I mean, I'm going to say it from, I love wolves, but in the poem, it basically tells you, a wolf grows up in the woods, so it tells you which of your friends are wolves when you have gold and riches. So leading up to this, we have Sol, which is the rune of the sun. The sun is the vanquisher of darkness. So you're really seeing, like, the air is clearing things. You're getting some real clarity happening here. And it's like blowing away the illusions of what's been happening, which is reflected by Sol, which is the vanquisher of darkness. It's the sun. So you're basically, things that were frozen are now flowing again. And also you're seeing much more clearly. The sun is illuminating the darkness. So this leads us up to Fae. You're seeing your worth, you're seeing your wealth, you're seeing who your friends are, basically. It's blowing away any illusions as to, who's there for you. There's this little fly that's driving me crazy. Can you see this fly? Like, this is tiny little fly. Okay, stay out of my reading, fly. I'll try to catch you. What is going to help you is you are having a new beginning at this point. You've cleared things. Things have been cleared. Maybe you've been calling in some things that are going to help you as well. But basically, things are being cleared by the wind. We have Bjarkan, which is the rune of the birch tree. This has to do with beginnings. It's new beginnings. It's sproutings. It's green things. It's also, building your confidence. It's sort of doing things. The rhymey thing is fake it till you make it, but it's not really, because you're not faking it. It's really you, but you're not confident in that yet. So you're sort of pretending that you're confident until you are confident. But it's a new beginning for you, and this is really helping you with this sense of your richness, of your riches. And maybe some are jealous of this, but that's their problem. What is not helping you is we have Tivaz. It's not Tivaz. We have Tyr. Tyr is Tyr's rune. Tyr is Tyr, and Tyr is the warrior god. Has to do with courage and sacrifice and taking care of the things that need to be taken care of. So you're worried about this. You're worried about, what do I need to take care of? And this will have to do with, I see this a lot. I actually want another rune on the bottom and the top here. Yeah, because I think what's been happening is, one of the reasons that you did this to begin with, where you just let's clear the air and let's bring in illumination and really see what the situation is, so that we can see who our friends are. There were a lot of inner hurts. There were a lot of this is Kaun. It's the rune of the ulcer, so it's reversed. So it's an inner festering wound. So there's things that, maybe there's things that you've been taking care of, like you've been doing a lot of extra things that have been sacrificing your time just because you're trying to cover this up. And, this is part of this was just try to clear the air so that this would be something you can deal with. And so if you continue to sort of hide this wound and not deal with it, then it's not going to go away. It's still going to be there. And whereas, I have to move this. I'm going to put this on top for a second. With this new beginning, this helps you see where there is weather, the things that have blown in. And it helps you deal with weather as well, and recognize where there are things that are hailstorm, so it's Hagal, where there are things that are just basically part of life that has been there from the beginning of time, that are just all these 1,000 little hurts that, the bane of snakes, and basically just, which is your essence. So deep inside, there have been things that have been affected by 1,000 little hurts, and they are festering wounds that you've been spending a lot of time just sort of working around and doing a lot of things to keep them buried. But with this new beginning, this is going to start to become in focus, where it's like, this is something that was sort of in place from the beginning of time, like Odin put it there. And so these are things that you're going to need to deal with, and this will help you deal with it. It's like, this is like, no, what, we're going to take our nature and our natural selves, our natural ancientness, and we're going to deal with this, because this is going to be, it's like, we're going to uproot this and we're going to hold it up to the light and the air and let the wind carry it away. That was like a magic flow of words, but basically that kind of thing, because you're worried about the slog, so you have this new beginning. Why is there the slog? The slog is to hide and to keep inside this festering wound. Well, once you've had this new beginning, then the nature that's going to happen is going to naturally start to heal this festering wound. Hold it up to the air, let the air heal it. Whew. Your next step is ride, and this is the center of the reading. This is pinning the reading, is this riding that you're doing now. Ride in the Younger Futhark it's a blessing for the rider and it's toil for the horse. You are both. So you're going to carry yourself for a while, so that you can be blessed by the carrying of it. You're going to do stuff now that in the future is going to make you feel much more comfortable. So that's part of this. Like, you're doing this new beginning, and now you're going to basically carry yourself forward while this healing is happening very likely. And this is going to make you much more comfortable in the future. So it's going to be a bit of a slog, but it's not, because you're going to feel much better in the future. And I say that because we've got a bridge here, but we're going to get to the bridge. What is going to help you there is just be aware of the riches that are flowing down to you at this point. Like, this new beginning has happened, and this has freed the flow. The sun has freed the flow already. And we have Logar, which is the rune of water. This is the flowing water. It is the lake, but it's also the water flowing. The poem talks about beware of the riches that flow down from on high. So be careful of that. If it's like too good to be true, then you're like, maybe I'm just going to take care of things myself. But the water was full of riches for the ancient people. It is anyway, but especially, we're talking about like we have fish, we have precious metals, we have maybe some treasure that's flowed down. So you are becoming aware of, as you're carrying yourself, you're like, look at all the things that are just flowing to me. Look at all the riches that are just flowing down to me. This is fantastic. This is what I set out looking for, is these riches. Maybe, unfortunately, riches that are contested and showing me who my friends are. But at the same time, it's riches, and they're mine, and they're flowing down, and I have access to them. And while I'm carrying myself, this is what's helping me. What isn't going to help is that it is a challenge, and you're still concerned about... and this is reversed too. I think I had this reversed in the last one as well. Maybe not, but it's definitely reversed here. So there's a deep inner challenge happening. And a lot of this is letting go of this hurt, holding it up. And I think there's part of you that may be like, this has been a part of me for so long, and maybe you've been telling yourself this is what's made me who I am. That doesn't mean you have to still be, have the pain of it. Let air help blow this, let the air help heal it. And so it's still a challenge, and there's part of it that you seem to be clinging to inwardly that maybe you've identified with at some point, which is fine, but let yourself move forward. You're carrying yourself forward on this journey, and it's going to be better if you let yourself let it go. Why do I say that? Because you're letting it go here. Your next step on the path line, we have East, which is the rune of ice. In the Younger Futhark, the ice has to do with solidity, and it has to do with a bridge, something that not only is a solid ground to stand on, like ice was in part of the year, but it's also, and you're over the scary water, which is like the scary emotions and turbulence, but also it's like helping, so it's helping you. It's a bridge that is helping you. As you move forward, you were carrying yourself, and now you get to the point where you get to be carried by the bridge that you created by carrying yourself. Round and round we go. What is going to help you there is we have Ear. Ear is the rune of, it's a Frey rune. It's the rune of the bow, and it's shooting forward. It's like continuity and perpetuity and leaving your mark. But this is reversed. So it's both letting go of something that you had sort of put into your future, as well as shooting forward inwardly, where you're sort of looking to your future, your inner future, where you're going to be feeling better, where this isn't going to be pain anymore. And so you're sort of shooting forward into the future now that you've been carrying yourself on this and letting the wind heal you. Things are going to be a little bit better. What isn't going to be helping you is, this is out of your comfort zone. We have As, which is the rune of the god and the sanctuary of the god. It's in the lower line, so it's going along with this. It's like this that you were protecting all this time, and you were sort of holding on to this festering thing and hiding it, which is, when necessary, when it was for your survival, but now that it's not, you need to heal that. You can hold that up to the wind and let the wind heal it. It's been a challenge. You missed the challenge. Part of you is trying to hang on to it, and ultimately, it's like, if I let go of the last of this pain, I will lose a comfort zone that I had. For some crazy reason, this was a comfort, not crazy, but for some reason, for some unexpected reason, this was a comfort to me. And letting go of this, I'm not going to know what to do with myself for that energy. But what's great is that it's going to be energy for you. And you're going to be able to do things with it. So if that starts to be the case, just think about letting this go. Just imagine a future where you don't have this pain. And that probably will be enough to help you as you're walking across this bridge that you've made for yourself into your future. Your final rune in the path line is Naldor, which is the rune of need. This has to do with taking care of things that need to be taken care of. And you will have the energy to do this now because you've let go of what you were carrying all this time. It's no longer something that is using up your energy. So you can actually turn that energy to things that you need to turn your energy to. Even if it's things you have to put other things aside to work on, this is something that's possibly been neglected for a while and that you need to take care of. And so finally, you can not have to worry about, the constraints of like, but if I do this, I don't have the energy to do that. You don't have to do that anymore. You can do this now. Take care of the things that need to be taken care of and let the air heal you. So that card number 4, people, is your reading for what you need to know right now. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.